Hey there, guys. This is Tails. Tonight we have some true creepy encounters that took place at your local Walmart. Some of them are creepy and very scary. Just watch out and be safe when you go to these local stores. You never know what may happen. My best friend and I went to Walmart one day to get groceries for her mom. We walked in and started grabbing produce on the list when I noticed a strange man standing right by the front door and staring. It gave me the creeps, but overall I thought he was just a weird man. I live in South California, and they're everywhere. About 6'3" Hispanic and wearing a Ducks sweatshirt. As I was grabbing some potatoes, he comes uncomfortably close to me and looks at potatoes too. I walked away and go to my friend who was 20 feet away from me. I still don't mention this man to my friend because I thought he just had no clue of keeping a good social distance between people. We finally made our way to the soup aisle, and here he comes walking down the aisle right in between me and my best friend to look at chicken broth. I tell my friend we need to go grab other things, so we leave the aisle and I give her the rundown on how I believe this man is following me. She agrees that she's seen him and feels weird energy around him. We head over to the tampon section because my friend needed some. I'm standing at our cart and she's squatted down on the ground when this man comes up and squats right next to her, looking at pads and tampons. This made us feel extremely awkward, so we left immediately and went to the back of the store to see if he was actually stalking us. We noticed that in his basket he had nothing but a bottle of Sprite. Yet he's been down so many food and item aisles with us that he should have grabbed something if he was just a normal shopper. We wait about 5 minutes in the back of Walmart where we start to walk to the front and we see him walking the opposite way as us, peering down each and every aisle. Once he sees us, he stops and just pretends to look at something on a side aisle while keeping eye contact on us. My friend and I went into the makeup section. If you know a ghetto Walmart, you know it's blocked with only one way in and one way out with a lot of cameras. We go in here and look out through one of the aisles to see him still searching for us. We start to kind of freak out because we both aren't the strongest girls and know that he can probably take us if it came down to that. We decided to hurry up and get in line to check out. I was talking to my best friend facing away from the cashier when he gets in line right behind us. She did the most ballsy thing I have ever seen her do and told him off. She was saying how he was following us and that he went down every aisle that we did, but he only had a Sprite in his basket. Soon after, he scarcely walks away, which still made us feel uneasy. We didn't know if he would be waiting outside for us or have some of his friends ready to get us. We went to a worker and told them to keep their eye out for this guy. After we checked out, we quickly made our way to the car with my friend's taser ready to zap. We made it back safe to the car and didn't see him since our interaction. Hopefully, I never meet this guy again. Hello. This is the story of the dumb decisions I made in February 2019 while in a Tennessee Walmart. At the time, I was 12 years old and had been visiting Tennessee for the first time for a dance competition I was competing in. On this night, it was around 11 at night, and my mom, my grandma, and I had picked up some things at Walmart for the competition the next day. We had just finished dinner, so almost as soon as we had gotten there, my mom had to use the bathroom. She was in there for a while, so I was just waiting outside with my shopping cart, surfing Instagram on the crappy Walmart Wi-Fi. My grandmother was waiting in the car. She had been in the bathroom for about 10 minutes, and I was growing more and more bored, so I decided that I would start surfing the aisles around me just to keep my short attention span in check, hoping that I would find something shiny to distract me. I turned the third aisle, and once I was about halfway through, a shorter man with a plastic Walmart bag in his hand rounded the corner and started slowly stalking behind me. I didn't get a good look at him, but I could definitely tell he was there. It wasn't until he got about a foot behind me that I realized that he was way too close for comfort. I started getting tunnel vision, and my eyes felt all tingly. I decided that I should get out of there, and I started walking away as normal looking as possible. Once I got a couple feet in front of him, I started basically running, winding quickly between aisles trying to lose him. I was trying to find an aisle with people, but every time I would get to a small group of people, they would walk away. I would stop in an aisle thinking I had lost him, and then he would turn the corner, so I would keep running. I finally lost him once I got to the shoe section. Again, this place was unfamiliar, totally backwards to the Walmart that I was used to. I didn't know how to get back to the bathrooms. I started following the walls until I made it back to the bathrooms after about 25 minutes had passed. I parked the cart back outside and went into the bathrooms, looking for my mom. I thought she was in there, so I propped myself up against a wall and pulled out my phone. 6 missed calls. My mom had been calling me the entire time, and she was freaking out. I answered, almost in tears, and she started screaming at me. "Where are you?" I vaguely explained to her what had happened, too overwhelmed and panicky to explain. She and my grandmother, whom she had called to help look for me, met up with me in the bathrooms. They told me people had been calling my name over the speaker, but it was probably when I was in the bathroom. That's why I didn't hear it. We reported the guy to the employees, paid for our stuff, and left. I made a very dumb decision during this encounter. So if you ever find yourself in a situation similar to mine, which I hope you don't, abandon your shopping cart. Whatever items you had picked up, you can pick them back up later. Tell someone that you're being followed. Better to be safe than sorry. I should have turned to face him. There were people all around, and if he would have tried anything, they could have heard my screams. As dark as that sounds, most of the time when people face their attackers and show bravery, they get caught off guard. So creepy guy who followed me around the Tennessee Walmart, let's never, ever meet again. A friend and I were at her apartment one night when she decided that she needed to do some shopping for the next day. I had a few items I needed to get as well, so we went to Walmart down the street. It was about 11 p.m., and this Walmart is open 24 hours, so it's a hub for the crazies. Anyway, we were using one cart and split up as both of us needed different items. I was standing with the cart in the mouthwash section when I took a step to my left to look at a different brand of mouthwash, when I noticed a man wearing a bright blue shirt come right beside of me. I took a step to my right to stand next to my purse that was in the cart. Keep in mind, up until this point, I was the only one in the aisle, and it was in the kid seat thing of the cart. With my hand on the cart, I took a step to my left to go back to looking at the kind of mouthwash I wanted. I noticed the man also took a step to his left. At first, I thought it was a coincidence, but I tested that theory by simply taking a step to my right and again to my left, all while not making eye contact with the man. He mirrored my movements. I grabbed the mouthwash I was looking at, threw it in my cart, and began looking for my friend. My back was to the man, so I couldn't see what he was doing. I found her a couple of aisles over at the vitamin section when I noticed that man again, this time near my friend.